Hey, what's up, basketball fanatics? You've seen the headlines, the highlight reels, the comparisons. Caitlin Clark is setting the world on fire. But forget the surface-level chatter for a minute. We're diving deep today. I spent 3 decades dedicated to the legacy of NCAA history, and if there's something that can be passed down through generations, it's not just talent, but the story behind it. And what I'm seeing with Caitlin Clark has echoes of the past, particularly one legendary player, Larry Bird, but it's much more than just shooting range or passing ability. It's about the impact on the game. You've heard the praise from Jordan, Curry, Durant, Iverson, names that have redefined basketball. But what about the guys who set the stage for them? Today, we will talk about them. Today, we are looking at how Caitlin Clark is not just playing basketball, but inheriting and reshaping the legacy of the NCAA. Is she living up to it? Is she surpassing it? Let's find out. Let's address the elephant in the room, Caitlin Clark. The name alone is enough to sell any product or tickets these days. We all saw the electrifying performances. We watched her break records that seemed untouchable. Her impact on the game is undeniable. She's inspiring a new generation of athletes. Now, let's be real, there's always going to be hype, especially in this day and age of social media and instant gratification. But even outside of a 40-year-old LeBron James and Steph Curry, there's not a single NBA player more popular today than Caitlin Clark. That kind of attention brings with it pressure. Doubters questioned her ability to translate her college dominance to the WNBA. Critics tried to downplay her success. And it wasn't just random online trolls. We're talking about analysts and even former players. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of the most legendary names in basketball history stepped forward. Not just to offer platitudes, but to actively defend her. Let's start with Michael Jordan. I'm talking about the Michael Jordan. Jordan rarely comments on the WNBA, so when he does, people listen. His statement wasn't just praise. Jordan didn't stop at acknowledging her impact. He directly called out the officiating in the league. He stressed it's time for the WNBA to step up and to make things right. Now, here's my take. Jordan is a shrewd businessman. He understands the value of star power, but he also respects the game. He recognizes that Clark is more than just a player. She's a game changer. It's about respect. It's about protecting the integrity of the game. And it speaks volumes that he felt the need to publicly address it. Next, we have Steph Curry, the guy who revolutionized the game with his shooting. He's been a longtime admirer of Clark's game, even back when she was lighting up college defenses. What makes Curry's admiration so significant? It's that they share a rare ability, almost supernatural shooting range. Defenders have to respect them the moment they cross half court. It's about shot selection. It's about accuracy and precision. Kevin Durant, another vocal supporter, sees Clark as a generational superstar. He highlights her relentless work ethic, but it's Allen Iverson who provides a truly fascinating comparison. He sees a lot of himself in Caitlin Clark. Just like Iverson redefined the game with his flashy handles and fearless scoring, Clark is doing the same in the WNBA. Both players carried immense pressure from their college days into the pros, with critics questioning whether they could maintain their dominance at the next level. And just like Iverson silenced the doubters, Clark is proving that she belongs. Let's take a beat here, because I think that's such an important thing. No matter where you come from, what school, what area, what sport you are going to play, there is always going to be that scrutiny. To truly silence the doubt, it requires dedication. That dedication creates the impact that changes the game. Even rising NBA stars are getting in on the action. Luka Doncic has dubbed Caitlin Clark the women's Steph Curry, and even admitted she might be a better shooter than he is. And in Indiana, Tyrese Haliburton has fully embraced Clark, recognizing her as a transformative talent. His support isn't just talk, he's a regular presence at Fever games. That kind of cross-sport support is huge for the WNBA. Now, for one of the most interesting stories, Shaquille O'Neal. He initially stood among Caitlin Clark's skeptics, largely due to his loyalty to LSU and close ties to Angel Reese. During the 2023 National Championship, when LSU triumphs over Iowa, Shaq was vocal about his doubts regarding Clark's ability to perform at the highest level. It was an incredible move to make, and for a while, he may have thought that Clark had fallen off her high horse. That was not the case. Shaq's shift from skepticism to admiration speaks volumes about Clark's impact. It's hard to argue with undeniable success, and she turned him into one of her believers. Charles Barkley, never one to sugarcoat his opinions, has been watching Clark's rise with keen interest. While he's always been impressed by her shooting range and playmaking ability, what really stands out to him is her mindset. He's also been one of the loudest voices calling out the unfair treatment Clark has received on the court. Kevin Garnett is comparing Clark to Steph Curry. That's right, according to Garnett, Clark isn't just a great shooter. She's a generational talent changing the way the game is played. She has the talent, she has the aggression, and most of all, she has the heart and the spirit. Reggie Miller offers a different perspective. He's not surprised by what Clark is going through. He sees it as part of the process. This is the pros. There are no free passes. Veterans aren't just going to let you waltz in and take over. They're going to challenge you, test your resilience, and make sure you earn every single bit of respect. She needs to understand that. But here's the twist. Miller isn't doubting her. He's watching closely, and what he sees is a player who refuses to back down. Game after game, Clark keeps proving that she belongs. And finally, we arrive at the moment everyone has been waiting for. Larry Bird, the legend himself. That's no small statement coming from a man who revolutionized the game with his skill, swagger, and ability to thrive under pressure. Bird has never been one to throw around praise lightly, so for him to acknowledge Clark's impact in this way is a massive nod of respect. You know, as someone who has studied the evolution of basketball for over 3 decades, I've seen countless players come and go. Some were flashes in the pan, others left a lasting mark. But what sets legends apart is their ability to transcend the game. It's about inspiring others, breaking barriers, and leaving a legacy that lasts for generations. The legacy of NCAA history goes far beyond the individual plays that make history, but the players who went out to the court and inspired others to do the same. And what Caitlin Clark is not just inheriting, but reshaping the legacy of NCAA is to be able to bring the whole team out to the court. She is making history not only for herself, but for the team she plays on. I remember when I was doing my research, I came across the story of Lynette Woodard, the greatest female college basketball player. Lynette Woodard was a 4-time All-American and the greatest female college basketball player in history. I talked with her to learn more about the struggles and triumphs she faced at the time. She told me that it was not an easy road, and they were not even allowed to compete at the Olympics. She had to compete in the AIAW, and she was named the 1981 Wade Trophy winner as the best player in women's college basketball. Caitlin Clark has the opportunity to take over for all the players who weren't able to make it to the WNBA and lead the next generation to create legacies. So where does this leave us? NBA legends, Hall of Famers, MVPs, all tipping their hats to Caitlin Clark. But this isn't just about accolades or comparisons. It's about something bigger. Caitlin is redefining the game, breaking barriers, and inspiring the next generation of hoopers. Young boys and girls everywhere are watching her dominate, proving that talent, hard work, and relentless confidence can shatter expectations. A new era in the WNBA is taking shape right before our eyes. We're not just witnessing history, we're a part of it, and the most exciting part? Caitlin Clark is only getting started. The road ahead is filled with endless possibilities, and one thing is for sure, this is just the beginning of something truly legendary. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you never miss out. Click the video on the screen. See you.